Hey, sweet friends. Welcome back to Restoring Joy Through Creativity. I'm Pamela, and today we're creating a healing, hope-filled 12 by 12 scrapbook layout using the March 2025 paper pumpkin kit called Daisy and Daydreams. This kit is so soft and fresh, and I can't wait to show you how I'm using it to document a moment of personal growth and joy. First off, can we just take a moment for the daisies? They are giving fresh start energy. The colors this month are so soft and soothing. Daffodil Delight, Pool Party, Soft Sea Foam. We even have some Mossy Meadow in there, along with some crumb cake, literally like a breath of spring. I pulled out a few extra supplies for my Stampin' Up! Stash to coordinate with our project today. But before we get into the project, I do want to share the actual cards that you can create using this beautiful collection of products. These cards were so easy to put together. They have some beautiful envelopes that coordinate as well. And you're able to create 3 of each card if you were just to make the cards themselves. But I chose to make 1 of each card, and then using extras from the kit, you can see the detail in there, to create alternate projects. I've already created 2 cards and a scrapbook page that were featured on the Paper Pumpkin Facebook page, so be sure to go check that out. I was the featured artisan for the month of March. And then I also created a single scrapbook page for the Paper Creatives PDF file for the March Daisy Daydream Kit. So that is available for purchase for $15. There is a link in the description, so be sure to check that out, along with the additional PDF files from September to February. I also wanted to show you the beautiful box that this kit came in. Lots of people use the box even in their projects, but I'm going to save mine. You are able to still get the paper pumpkin refill for this kit, which will include everything in the kit minus the stamp sets and the stamping spot. In this particular kit, there were actually 2 stamp sets, and these are the featured stamp sets. All right, so let's get situated and get started on our project today. So the products I'll be using along with the May Paper Pumpkin Kit are the Everyday Arches dies right here, along with the Stylish Shape dies and the Mini Alphabet dies. I'll be using a crumb cake classic stamping pad to do a little bit of stamping. And then I also have the Tiny Bee trinkets, so they're little butterflies. I have everything pre-cut and prepared, so we'll be good to go, and it'll come together super quickly. All right, so I brought in my glass mat. I have some scratch paper. I have my crumb cake ink pad, and we're going to do a little bit of stamping around the background of the white willow cardstock. I want to stamp off so I get a lighter shade, and then I can also use this to stamp off the page a little bit as well. So I'm going to do that around a couple of places, stamp off, and then we'll do it like over here as well. I'm not too concerned about getting a full impression. The way this stamp works, it gives a really neat look either way. So very little stamping on this project. So for today's layout, I'm using a photo from my prayer journal time. These little moments might seem simple, but they've been huge in my healing journey. I'm journaling about one thing I've noticed God restoring in my life this past month. You could use this idea for anything, maybe a small win, an answered prayer, or a quiet moment of joy. So I put my journaling onto a piece of clear shipping label, and I die cut it out with one of the arch dies, and it reads, "This is where I begin each day. coffee, quiet, and the word. In the season of healing, I'm learning to slow down and listen. God meets me here, not in perfection, but in presence. Each moment spent in Scripture is a seed of restoration, reminding me I'm never alone and joy really does bloom again. And I dated it March 25. So I've already created my base using a piece of designer series paper called Floral Delight. And this is the paper. This is the other side of the paper. It's a beautiful, bright spring designer series paper and sweet collection. But I'm just using crumb cake, pecan pie, linen looking designer series paper. I did cut the center out so that I could use some of those pieces for the top of the page. Then I have my white willow cardstock that I cut to 11 by 11, and then that's what we stamped on. These are pieces from the one of the card bases from the kit. And then here is some of that linen paper that I used from the back of there. We'll build up our title area over here. This is another card base as well that I used the arches with. Let's start building the base down here. So again, this was off the card bases, and they were 5.5 inches long by 4.25, and I just trimmed them down to 2 by 5.25. So then they fit perfectly right here. And we will just adhere those down. We'll position them approximately 1.5 inches from the bottoms. We're going to build a little border down here. I'll position this one down first, right at the 6-inch mark. I'm going to do about 8 inches right here and 4 inches right here. All right, and this is going to build our journaling block and our title. So I can adhere this arch to this one, just nests right into there. And then let's go ahead and grab our journaling. Now, I did this in Canva and just shaped it so that it would fit in here fairly nicely. I had to do that by hand. Let me see if there's there it is. All right, so I want to position it on here. I'm going to put the whole thing on here, and we're going to be covering up this bottom portion. Again, this is done with clear shipping label, and then just bring it down, secure it. Now, because of the embossed edges, you may see a little bit of the label there. Let me show you how it looks. Just can kind of keep pressing along the edge there to get that to lay flat. And then I just want to adhere this right down to the page as well, leaving enough room. I can have my title go right around over here. So I'm going to put it approximately 5.25 inches, and then maybe like about 1 3/4 inches from the very edge right there. And then my photo is just going to go right here, and I'm going to layer it down. We are going to use some stamping dimensionals to add dimension to the page, but for most of this, we're just going to put it straight down. All right. Now, I already messed up just a tiny bit, but that's okay. We can make this work because I wanted to create a border across here too. So we can just tuck these underneath here. Probably just lift that up. So let's do that. You could trim these apart if you wanted to. This comes up pretty easily. And I'm just going to put them like this, I think, because those will be covered. So we'll have the banner just on this side, and these were using the stylish shaped dies. So I want it just right about there. And then when we lay these back down, right here over top, it looks like one full strip underneath there. I just wanted that extra stitching in there. So that's why I use those stylish shapes. All right, so that kind of brings in the linen paper all the way around onto the page. All right, from here, I'm going to adhere this with some stamping dimensionals. Now, this kit does come with these mini stamping dimensionals along with some strip dimensional is like that. That's specifically for one of the card designs. These are very delicate, so you do want to be gentle with the die cuts. And then we'll adhere that right down here, kind of on the seam area, just centered. From here, we'll work on my title, and the title is Season to Bloom. Use this arch to do the title around it. Now I cut these letters out of one of the card bases, the same card base, just a second card base from that coordinates with this right down here with the honeycomb. This is perfect for this time of year for spring. All right, now I've got the title down and I want to use one of these larger daisies right up over in here, along with a little bit of this very vanilla and black checked ribbon. Just want that sneaking out behind there. And let's put one of these little dies. This is from the kit. There's also a matching set that has a honeycomb die, so you could cut it out in whatever color you would like. I'm going to position it up a little high there. I'm going to put a little adhesive down the center of my ribbon so that it'll kind of adhere to itself there, and put some more adhesive on the back of it. And then just have it coming out from back here. And I'll do it lightly to see if that's the exact position that I want. And then since this is a little bit heavier down here, that's where I'm going to have to go up a little bit higher there. And I love this ribbon with this kit. Looks so pretty with the Daffodil Delight and the crushed curry. All right, so then we just really have to build up some of this down here. Let's put a little one of the up here as well, like right in here. It's right on the flower, getting some of the pollen. I'm going to put one of the right there, and each one of these blocks, but positioned in a little different way on each one. This one I'm just going to position somewhat right in the center here, and then do a couple on each one of these, and then we'll just have to embellish with some of those tiny bee trinkets. We'll add a couple more of these die cut bees as well. This one I'm going to have coming from the top there. This will create our triangle here, and then that one can go in like that. So they're all positioned a little bit differently. And then let's bring in the trinkets with the glue dots. I'm going to roll it off of here a little bit and then put those glue dots on the back here. And then let's see where we want to position them. Perfect. These are going to add so much to the layout. And again, just want to be thinking about our triangle effect here. Since this is our focal point up here, we'll put a few more up here, I think. And you can just keep adding these to your heart's desire, however many you would like. And I think I'll put one more so I have an odd number. Where should this one go? Maybe like right down here. That would be excellent. All right, there we have it. So if you're walking through a hard season, I hope this page inspires you to document the small wins, whether it's taking a little bit of quiet time or maybe taking a peaceful morning walk, even if it's just 5 minutes of creative time. Our stories matter and they deserve to be remembered. So if you aren't subscribed to Paper Pumpkin yet, I'd love to invite you to join through me. You'll get my exclusive tutorial PDF created by the Paper Pumpkin creative design team, and I'll walk alongside you each month. I'll be sure to drop the link below. Thank you so much for crafting with me today. If this inspired you, be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment sharing how you're restoring your joy through creativity. Until next time, keep creating and keep trusting the one who brings beauty from the broken. God bless you all.